I have this philosophy that we just as human beings are creatures of comfort. Let's face it, Chris, everybody wants a six pack abs, but very few people are putting in the work or putting the effort to get them. And it really just, like you said, it's a mindset. You have to basically sell yourself on the fact that you're going to put your amateurish ways behind and make the decision to go pro and live like a champion. And once you do that, it's pretty simple. It's then following the discipline, following the habits of other successful people, and really understanding what successful people do on a daily basis. They wake up early. They're usually working on four areas of their life: their mind, their body, their spirit, and their soul. They're hanging around other successful people, because I believe strongly if you hang around and you network with people that have altitude over you, meaning they're at a place that you ultimately would like to be, they can only pull you in one direction. They inspire you. You see greatness in others. It can only motivate you to do the same thing in yourself. But unfortunately, we just don't have to go out and hunt our prey like a lion does. When we want to, do something, we hop in our car and we go. We don't have to trek 2 to 3 miles through the jungle like an Aborigine to go get fresh water. And so for many people, I feel they just get to a level in life where they're comfortable, and they just like sacrifice. They're like, I'm making 150 grand a year. I'm living in a nice house. I got a BMW in the driveway, and I'm able to put food on the table. And they're not driven. They're not, they're not out there every day. And there's a very small percentage that I believe have the ability to flip the switch, to say, I want more, and to constantly be out there on what I call the hunt. And that's why we named my coaching program Build Your Beast. It's to activate that inside you so that you start really seeing, and more importantly, recognizing this hidden potential that's inside you. Because let's face it, we were all designed by our Lord as 12-cylinder Ferraris. But there are so many people putting around as 6-cylinder Yugos. And, what you have to realize, folks, is that you can get anything in life you want if you're willing to put forth the effort and the action to go out and make it happen.
So let's peel that back a little bit, Brad. I love that. So let's and here's something interesting to segue. I just literally right before you had an interview with Peter Taunton, and also was from a mutual friend of you and I, Rock Thomas, I'm pretty sure.
Sure, yeah, Rock's a great guy.
Yep, and I think Rock's episode 205 on our show for the listeners to go jump to that. But what Peter said was, yeah, I sold a piece of my company for 47 million. Then I sold another piece for 47 million. So for the listener out there right now that hears that, and then they hear you saying, people happy, 150, 200 grand income. So how do they get their brain out of that level? I know you can't coach this right now in 5 minutes, but how can they, what a nugget or two to get their brain out of that level and get them thinking a little bit bigger, so that the 47 million becomes the old 150, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that really, the biggest sale you have to make in life is selling yourself. And when you see or you hear of people doing that, selling their business for 10 million, $20 million, the thing that I found is that those people are still seeking more. You would think a dude with $50 million is like, man, I'm done. I'm going to get me a yacht and I'm just going to disappear and go out and, buy me a private island. No, man, they're still doing deals. They're still hungry. And I think that you have to just get to a point where you're hungry. In sales, the great thing about sales is that at every night, come midnight, the clock resets, and it resets to zero. If you're in a commissioned industry or you work for an organization where you're basically paid commission, the clock resets. And I think that you have to just develop that mindset and that mentality. The other thing also is creating new habits. It's finding somebody that is where you ultimately would like to be, and then emulating what it is they've done to get there. And if you start emulating that and you start, asking them, what did you do to get to the level of success you're at? What's your daily routine look like? And then you start incorporating that into your own personal life, you'll start to see dramatic transformation. What I have found and what I have read is that our reality, our life, the life we live, is largely defined by our beliefs. And if we have all of these limiting beliefs and the self-doubt just floating around in our subconscious mind, it's holding us back from tremendous potential and doing things that we're actually capable of. And so you have to understand that if you've got this dream, for example, you're doing some real estate, you're doing some single family, and you've got this thought, man, I want to go out and I want to start doing apartments, but I can't because I don't have the money. Dude, all the money you need is out in the world. It's in the pockets of other people. All you got to do is learn a skill, and that is how to go out and ask them for it. So don't ever let these limiting beliefs or the self-doubt that's in your subconscious hold you back, because you can accomplish great things in life. I've seen it in mine, and I've seen it in many of the people that we brought on in my show.